Right, welcome back. Last time, we managed to actually pass a pretty important minor reform that allows me to that formalized the provincial administration, which had various effects, mainly that state reach no longer goes down automatically, or at least passively, and reduces the local autonomy of all my provinces. It also raises, well, admin efficiency, but that's neither here nor there. It's not really important at all. Personally, I'm hoping to get more reforms through. It has raised my corruption, and the estates are a lot less happy with me now because formalizing provincial administration means that their power base is being attacked in general. So, yeah, I do need to be careful. Plus, the nobles are getting more and more power over time, and I may need to find ways to reduce their strength, because they're definitely starting to become more and more powerful, and that is really a problem if I want to ensure that the bureaucracy has the majority here. I'll wait on annexing them until I've formed MEIOU, because they're still pretty useful at the moment. Plus, once I form MEIOU, I get automatic cores. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how it works. I might end up getting cores on ITA, and that would mean free annexation, so yeah, and I need the points for things right now. Especially trade ideas. Alright, time for the next idea. Reasonable regulation. Merchants all seem obsessed with dealing in terribly complicated matters, lending and mutualizing, shares, in risk and interest and ownership, dividends for joint options. It's all too difficult to regulate in fine detail, and Lord only knows who could be bothered to remember such rules. Commerce production inefficiency minus 10%. That means commerce produces, well, each merchant is capable of moving more goods around. That's pretty much what it means. There are some that are wasted. As you can see, there's about 78 ducats worth of food wasted, 26 ducats worth of naval goods wasted, and 7 ducats worth of industrial goods wasted. I mean, sure, those are all the ones that I have huge balances in. Although the biggest would have to be the salt industry. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. Except for waste. Oh, it's units wasted. Okay, not ducats. 78 units of food wasted. Okay. Values are in ducats except for wasted, which is in units. Greater efficiency, however, means that less of these goods are wasted. Which should actually raise the profitability of these industries too. Because more is getting bought by the merchants. Rather than just sit there and then degrade. I still have plenty of influence. It might be possible to make a reform. The problem is 30 bureaucratic influence for anything interesting. Anything at all, I don't have the capability to get that. So, for the time being, my best interest is to find a way to get the nobility to reduce in power. There's a lot of things I can do to make them happier, so that I can take away their rights without there being too much damage to my ability to reform. The problem is, in most cases, okay. Really the problem was the potential of not being able to do so because of lack of diplomatic power, but not a problem anymore because you can always, when it comes to interactions with the estates, specifically, the law, you're not prevented from taking a choice just because you would lose, well, go to the negatives. Same with taxation. So I can just do these, no problems. I do, however, need to be careful giving them too much power. I believe the stuff that I'm giving them directly causes... Well, I believe it might be temporary, but I still need to be careful. Yeah, I think it's a good time to finish up here. So, I've managed to remove the game monopoly that the nobility have, as well as reducing the level of court titles. Well, let's actually privileges, there we go. From ceremonial court to simply ambitious. Well, to ambitious. This did reduce prestige decay, state corruption, and the influence of the aristocrats at the cost of reducing the relations between the aristocrats and the state. I've also lost my current ruler and gotten a new one, who's a free thinker, and 224. I should have a 334, yep, okay. Which I'm fine with. I've also realigned to fit towards the bureaucrats, which should heavily move the direction of the future government. Well, give the bureaucrats much more influence than previously. At the very least, the gain is 0.5 for the bureaucrats. For the aristocrats, it is merely 0.4. So, yeah. Those things that, well, I do want to take the time, I definitely want to take the time to lower the influence the aristocrats have, mainly because I want to start moving towards restricting their power. This will reduce the amount of power, autonomy that they provide. And while the cost is the fact that they produce less military, it should be fine. The military is not that important. With time, I can probably get myself into a better position and everything, and yeah. So, beyond that, I haven't really done much, although I have taken note of how more and more of my income is coming from property. Yeah, it's 174 in total from property, and total revenue is 250 approximately. So, yeah, it's a lot, and I figure most of it comes from the mines, especially since the price of salt is continuing to increase, probably because demand is increasing over here. And really, there's no more room to grow. There really isn't. This was the only location that had a room left for more mines, and now that's gone too. Even the provinces that I don't invest in at all, except for Chaktamal, literally have zero. Okay, so these two provinces still have more room, but the rest of the provinces, no more room. There's literally no space available for more mines. Yeah, I can't produce any more salt. However, rising prices does mean it's getting better and better. So that's why most of my income is coming from there. Huh. I've also been doing a bit of effort in trying to get the price of knowledge to go down, especially since it's actually absurdly high, so really it's in my interest to make sure that it keeps going up. Well, that production keeps going up. Although I'm not sure if I'm capable of expanding higher education any further in important provinces. Simply because I just don't have enough literates. However, I definitely have enough clergy for this sort of a thing, and I believe it's actually of greater efficiency with regards to profitability. So maybe I should take the time to raise the level of academic industries. Ah. Oh, and I also grabbed, definitely reasonable regulations. I think we did trade posts last time? Because I've been doing plenty of reforms, although I haven't done anything bureaucratic. Those tend to be the most expensive. Oh, I gotta restart the expansion of the bureaucracy. I don't need two stability. One's good enough. I've also started expansion of burger power in order to help, in the hopes of getting to the point where I can actually do something about it. Like, trying to go for this. This is pretty important, and I should actually be able, with plus 0.75% state reach per year in 5 years, I should be able to get to that point where I have the state reach. The influence, not so much, although I have, and possibly also the points. But reforming urban governments is pretty important, and if I go in this direction, it will give me much, much more power. Specifically because, well, it improves so many things, urban production and commerce production, while also reducing the amount of power burghers get from wealth. The first level is probably the best one, though. Go to urban governments, go to municipal magistrates. Yeah. More property tax gets... Yeah, resident property tax is distributed to urban. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it's definitely better than resident wealth being transferred to burgher wealth. And also giving them more autonomy. Anyway. Still, I'm gonna have to go in some direction, whether that be up or down, because currently that's not a good position to be in. Level 3 is bad. Some direction a direction will have to be picked. It may get to the point where I'm able to go downwards. But yeah. I'll see you again next time. Until then. Bye.